guys, Logan Battles here. I am here today to give you another 2019 movie review. This time, I'm going to be reviewing Rocketman, starring Taron Egerton as the one and only Elton John. That was a horrible British accent on my part. Oh boy, what a good way to start. So this is a biopic surrounding the story of Elton John's life from his years as a prodigy at the Royal Academy of Music through his influential and enduring musical partnership with Bernie Taupin. I saw this film with my mother back when it was released in theaters, or sometime after it was released in theaters, and we both loved it, especially me. I love this movie. It's one of the best films I've seen this year by far. It's a really great biopic about a really great musician that is Elton John, who, by the way, I really like Elton John. I'm not necessarily a super fan as much as my mom. She's a huge Elton John fan, and that's one of the reasons why she and I went to see this film, because this is a biopic about Elton John, and we both love Elton John, especially my mom. Let's get started. Taron Egerton, oh my God, he was awesome as Elton John. Not only is he a great actor, and he can really act, and he pulled off a great performance as Elton John, but he can also sing so well. He's a really great singer as well. I mean, he sings almost in a similar type of way to Elton John, not just what he sounds like, but how he sounds like. How he sings is almost reminiscent to Elton John, and that's what I thought was really genius. I really love Taron Egerton. He has a great portrayal of Elton John, and the story of a personal and business life of Elton John that this film involves in and engages in, I thought was done so well. I was invested in the whole personal and business side of Elton John. The struggles he was going through with not just his family, but the fact that he's gay and how he has to deal with it, being in the scrutiny from like the public eye, and just finding certain ways to deal with it and just express himself in a very good way. There were even scenes where he goes into like this whole therapy room, sitting in a chair with a bunch of people sitting around, expressing their feelings, how they feel and what they have gone through. And Elton John was the one that is mostly explaining what he has gone through and how he got to the point where he was at. Those were really interesting scenes, I must say. And they were edited very nicely with the whole story that we get into. And the music sequences in this film are entertaining to watch, especially when Elton John is doing them. When he's on screen, at least most of them, about 75% of them, would be entertaining and really fun to watch. And they were. At least most of them. There were some where I was like, yes, there's one music sequence where I thought it was a little cheesy, but I'm okay with it. I mean, it's no big deal. Still, most of the and the songs as well were really good. So I mean, I love a lot of things about this film. Now, having said all that, let me get into at least a couple of issues I have with this film. I don't have very much complaints with this film. If I were to nitpick, I have two to talk about, so here they are. There were very rare scenes / moments that try to pound you emotionally with and make you feel much more for Elton John, based on the struggles that he was dealing with. And drugs is one of them, which he was addicted to, and he also expressed how he was addicted to drugs and how he was struggling to find ways to get over his addiction and stuff like that. I mean, few scenes like that, I mean, I understand why they're there, but I feel like some of them were kind of pretentious, and I feel like they don't have to be uberly dramatic with some of the scenes where, Elton John does something that is not pleasant. The other issue I have with this film, and it's also not a major one, but like I said, about one or two music sequences and songs in particular, I wasn't too crazy about. They were either not memorable to me, or they were just kind of there for the sake of, trying to be of this film trying to be more entertaining, which it is. I'm not saying this film is not entertaining. I'm just saying that there is at least one or two music sequences and songs where I was like, whatever. But those are all the issues I have with this film. Other than that, I love Rocketman. I think it's one of the best films I've seen so far this year. Taron Egerton pulled off a great performance as Elton John. And this film executed very well on the story of the personal and business life of Elton John. I'm going to give Rocketman a gold medal of honor. So anyway, guys, that is my review for Rocketman, starring Taron Egerton as Elton John. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it that like button to click, and if you'd like to see future videos from me, make sure to press up there to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that bell icon so that you'll get notified about my latest videos. Have a great day, and as always, fight the good fight.